So, I don't know if that's gonna get me or not. So while I'm out here, I figured I would pop a few more daffodils in the ground, or in this container. This container I did put peppers in, but the rats got to them before I could. So we had no peppers out of this container, which is totally fine. For the most part, what's in here is a passion fruit vine that is slowly making its way over the coop, which is awesome because then they will have a lot of good shade, and some nasturtiums, which have survived even though we started getting really cold at night. So I have a whole bunch of Tahiti variety daffodils here that I didn't finish planting out at the farm. I brought them home. And this bed, sort of like when I had a bed here, which is now got the storage box on it, it just doesn't really get as much sun as it needs to get, at least at this level. Like up higher where the passion fruit is, it's great, but down low, it doesn't get enough sun to grow veggies and stuff in it. And so I'm just gonna put some daffodils in here because I think we'll at least have something pretty. I'm just gonna dig up a whole bunch of spots and pop some daffodils in, and that'll use these up. And we'll have a nice show in the springtime. Now, again, daffodils are poisonous, so even though this is close to the chicken coop, there is 1/4-inch mesh between them and these daffodils, so they're not gonna get to them. And hopefully they would be smart enough not to eat them anyway, like no other animal eats them, because they know. So I would hope that the chickens would realize pretty quickly that it was inedible. I really need to top this bed off with more soil in the spring. It's pretty low. Maybe I'll do it before the spring. What are you doing, Penny? I see you. I see you pretty good. I do. Chickens are always so curious. Aren't ya? Always so curious. You gotta know what's going on. Yeah. This over here is a blueberry, and it is obviously done for the season. Died back already. And it just needs some fertilizer and some pruning in the spring. Not a whole lot of pruning. It's still very young and doesn't have a whole lot to cut back. Its blueberries are very tiny. Yeah, definitely need to add soil to this bed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, that's done. So I mentioned that I got straw. I got 2 bales. I'm going to use some of it in here to cover up these areas that I did not seed with a cover crop. Like I'll pull that cage. These are not carrots that are coming up. This is Amimagus, which is part of the carrot family. That's why they look like that. So it's just from growing flowers here in the past. I'm going to pull this up, cover the whole thing with straw, and just let it sit mulched. I did plant buckwheat over here, but I haven't seen anything germinate yet. I don't know that it will, but I'm gonna go ahead and mulch that as well, and that'll be just fine. Even if the buckwheat comes up, it'll come up through it. I need to pull down these trellises, get them cleaned up. Look at this. We only got to Chinese red noodle bean. Look how big those are. I didn't even notice them earlier because like the rats had eaten so many of the leaves that I didn't think we had any beans at all. And so I have sprinkled mustard through here, but I think I'm also gonna mulch this. The mustard will come up through it, and you can see there's holes. That's where there are rats living. All of this, when I come out in the morning, I stomp it all down. They make very shallow tunnels underground. So I do have brand new traps. I've just been waiting because it's been raining at night, and then that gets the bait all wet and they won't eat it. So I do need to come out and set some traps because I want to make sure that I keep up with the population. Because right now I don't have a whole lot growing in here, and the stuff I do have growing is protected, but I don't want to get complacent. So, and this is crazy. Look at this tomato. It's, I mean, I need to cut it out. I probably should do that before it gets frosted, but because it'll be slimy then. But I mean, that's crazy that it's still such a healthy looking tomato. I didn't really get that many fruits off of this one either, so that's what's even funnier. And then underneath it is Eryngium, which is another flower, which again just kind of self-sowed from the last time I grew flowers in these beds. And I do have some mustards that I planted. Those will get huge. Those are the giant red Japanese mustards. Those are the ones that do the best job of biofumigating the soil. So I want to get more of those. And then lots of weeds. So I need to come in here and like cut, I'll pull the weeds up and just leave them on the soil since they're not flowering yet. And then put straw around. But then I do have some more peonies here that I need to cut back so that they don't get mushy from frost. So still some jobs in the home garden to do. I'll probably do that tomorrow because I'm gonna need Mike's help out at the farm to move the rest of that stuff. But yeah, plenty of jobs. I'm just gonna keep working on the dry days and trying to get everything tidied. Here at the farm, greenhouse is mostly done. We just have the stuff around the greenhouse to deal with. So, okay guys, that's it for me today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.